Good evening. This is the select board meeting tonight on June 16th, 2026. We appreciate everyone's patience we did move an executive session. We did cancel one today. So that was one of the updates I'll have. Roll call, Richard?
Here.
Bill?
Here.
And you gotta go.
And Scott?
Here.
Sue? Here. And Carolyn's here. Pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So adjustments, we do have two adjustments. On new business, B, update on legal issues, that'll be removed from the meeting this evening. And also we have introductions that we're gonna do, and we're gonna start off with them first. So I'd like to introduce our new CEO. And if I say it wrong, I'm really sorry. Rick Haas.
You got it.
So welcome.
Thank you.
And then we have a new rec director, and I'm probably gonna say this again wrong, Don Labonte. Okay. Welcome. Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Yes, welcome aboard, right.
Crazy train.
All right.
Crazy.
Do you guys want to say anything real quick before we jump in?
Little
Completely up to you.
introduction?
You want to
Sure.
run? You can run.
I'm not gonna run, but not yet. Maybe we'll see how the weekend goes. My name is Rick Haas. A little bit of background, better than 30 years as a contractor. I've been doing this for 6. Come from 4 small towns and 1 very large town that should be a city, Wyndham. And well versed in the trades and shoreline zoning. Lots of things that we'll be able to do together and get accomplished, and some that people will be happy with, and some that people may not be happy with. But it'll all be in the book.
Thank you. Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you, Rick.
My name is Donna Labonte, kind of similar, I come from a larger town, I was in Auburn for about 10 years, as the rec director there. I started out as a programmer, so I'm very well versed in programming, so being a one-man show is gonna be pretty easy for me. So my goals are to kind of look at what's been done, what works, what doesn't work, try to revamp some of the facilities, get them up to speed and make sure they're all safe and code. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I already love the small town feel. Everyone seems really excited about recreation, which is a breath of fresh air.
Nice.
Thank
You
you.
so much.
Welcome.
Appreciate it. All right, let's jump in. Approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion for May 21st, 2026, emergency select board meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the May 21st, 2026.
Oh, I apologize. I have executive in my brain. I apologize, so I didn't mean to.
That's okay. The 2026 emergency select board meeting.
Second.
Any further discussion?
There's a couple typos and it's your name, John. It says John David, not John Davis, so I don't know. Did you update? Oh, you changed your name. Okay. So I think we should,
Already?
I think we should update those just to have them
Proper.
correctly reflect who you are. But other than that, I'm fine.
All in favor? All right, thank you. All right, payroll. Do you have a motion for?
Make a
payroll?
motion, we accept payroll warrant number 59.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Passes. AP? Someone want to make a motion?
I make a motion, we accept AP warrant number 60.
Second that.
Further discussion? All in favor? Okay, thank you. All right, old business. Town septic system. That was tabled from the last meeting. so I think there was, from what I remember, we don't have those notes, so,
No, we got, the new code enforcement officer, and it's something that we can look at and discuss, and he can have it scoped or something to the bed to make sure it's not working properly, which would be my guess, because the last update was in like 76, 77. So,
we're asking the code enforcement officer to go look at the bed
yeah,
for the shape that it's in.
yeah, and you can see it, there's trees all over it, it's rooted, it's a stone bed.
The one across the street.
Yeah, yeah, and, it needs to be looked at. There's 2 catch basins over there, one's for the tank and one's for the perimeter drain around this building down here, and it crosses the road, but, it's something I'm very familiar with it, I wouldn't mind going and showing you.
since you're 48
And then-
hours in, you should know all this by now, so.
Then go from there.
So there's another one. So we'll continue on the next select board meeting.
Yeah.
And continue discussions on that.
Discussion further.
Go ahead, Richard.
In the previous conversation, we were talking about digging up the parking lot. So we have a system that's breached, supposedly. It's a sound system. Not sure about how many other multiple drainage systems from Rivers Drainage is going to. But the property on which the system is across the street was leased in 1957. The proposition has been made that we dig up our parking lot and put a chamber system in a parking lot, instead of just dig up a system that's in place and is 57, let me see, so that would be 60, 43, and 26. That would be almost 90 years old. Probably time to change that one up. So the suggestion being that it made more sense to dig up a parking lot than it did just replace a septic system that was in place. To which I howled loudly, which is why you hear me talking about it again. Thanks.
But you need to add that the septic system is on a residential property.
There is an
Piece of
easement.
property.
It's on an easement.
It's on an easement,
Okay.
and with the system the way it is right now, it's something that easily, with words that have been said in our meeting and the landowner watched, that could be a big issue for the town. It's a liability at this point, and it would be a situation that the easement would get dissolved if it ever went to court. And best case scenario is to put it on a town's property and have it on our own land.
Yeah, back when that was put in, the systems that are available today didn't exist.
No,
Right. So the concrete chambers
Yeah.
will.
heavy duty chambers will last our lifetimes in that parking lot, and the parking lot itself is up for rebuild. I was just discussing, because they were talking about paving the parking lot this year, and I don't think it's a good idea to pave a parking lot before you do something like that.
Right.
You might as well do it all and put adequate drainage in the parking lot so the water doesn't pool and sit. You need catch basins in there, and it needs to be addressed.
So where this is a hot topic as far as something that needs to be done,
Yeah,
can the board approve a septic designer?
Yeah.
The funds to have a septic design done for both locations?
Yeah.
Where we'd have to pay for 2.
yeah,
And then find out what the costs are, then the decision can be made, whether you want to go with the chambers and the benefits to the chambers versus the stone and pipe field, and the usages have changed
Yep.
over the years. So the field that's over there as a stone and pipe field may not be adequate now
Adequate.
in that size, so you may have to go to Elgin chambers. So then I think the whole dynamics of all of it have changed. And do we know for sure that that's stone and pipe and not
Yes, it is.
inverted block?
it's not V plank, it's stone and block.
I have a question.
I mean, stone and
Wasn't there somebody supposed to be looking at that?
when Christine was here, this has been a hot topic for years.
No, I know that, but I'm just wondering, there was someone I thought was here recently.
They were gonna have somebody scope it, but it never happened. It was with Michael, and he never got it.
Oh, okay,
straightened
so it
out.
never happened?
Yeah.
Does the board want to put a motion together to have,
I'll make a motion that we allow the CEO to investigate and come up with a solution and hire whatever we need for a soil scientist to do what's best for the town.
you have a second?
I'll second for discussion.
Yeah, sure.
And you all set?
No, the word's cost effective, which I think you already covered. Whatever is most cost effective for the town.
Right, we would end up with, a couple of different options
Right.
and to have him put, we probably only have to put one design. But he would give us options first and then make the design to the option we would want to go
Makes
with.
sense.
And then are there local, septic companies
Yes.
that can scope it?
Oh, scope it? Yeah, there should be.
Yeah, because I'm sure we don't have the capability to have a 3-foot scope, but that's not gonna help us.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 local guys that can do that.
Phil, did you have any more to
I
add?
do.
Okay.
I pretty heavily, I've worked on situations like this, right of ways and easements, almost my whole life. The bottom line here is, it's not great to have a system on the opposite side of the road, no matter where you live. Because if you have a major problem, you're setting yourself up for a higher cost than if it were on your own property, okay?
That's a state road, would we have to have a bonded contractor to open it, to take it?
Yes.
Every step of the way it gets more expensive.
More expensive.
When you do something like that. I think it resolves the problem, and it would, even if it was slightly higher in cost, it's smart to get it on your own property in a shorter run to the field, okay? Those lines typically are not very deep. I'm surprised we haven't had a problem in the ditch line or something on that road already. We've been lucky we haven't had that. But I think it's a bomb waiting to go off across the street. And we're better off to deal with the situation up front. My experience, every bone in my body tells me, get it over here and do chambers under the pavement. You certainly don't want to pave it now and dig it up for 3 years or something, so.
And one thing I'll say is that it's something that we might want to look into the easement also, because it might have been approved with a style bed, the plan for that bed in the easement. And if it's a whole different kind of bed like Elgin drains are gonna run you almost as much as a chamber system, a little less. But if it's not approved for that size bed and what we'd have to do to accommodate that building, that could be a thing that you'd have to get a new easement or anything through, so. And the dealing with the state road is a huge thing, and I stated that the last time that I spoke on this.
My suspicions would be that the septic system should be on file, here with us somewhere.
It might be in them files that I told you about earlier that were back in the heyday.
Okay. The system's probably undersized for the uses that we have now anyway.
Right.
Well, it used to be for this building, the principal's building there, and that building. But this building, we put in a septic system out here. The fire station, that's a separate fire one, and the principal's house, they put in a pump system, and it's up in here. I thought the principal house was still in it back when we looked at this about 4 years ago, but I did some research and found out that they have put in a pump system that pumps airs up behind it. So all it is for this building now.
In 1957, it was set up for all of Potter Academy,
Yeah.
which was 4 grades of high school, and a gymnasium, and a town office. So I think that the system's probably significantly larger than what we might think at outset. That it's across the street, of course, is not a plus, but again, I'm not gonna tell you your job. I think you probably know what to do.
I'll look into it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further discussion on the board? All in favor? All right.
Thank you.
Moving
Thank
on, gym floor update. So in the packets, we have two, is it two?
You wanna speak to that?
Yeah. So before Cam left, he had gotten a quote from John Abrams or Abrams
Yeah.
Flooring.
Howard, yeah.
Yeah. Which was a little pricey for what I've seen for a floor like that. So, someone suggested New England Sports Floors, which I've worked with them before. And they came in and they quoted about $6,000 less, and for actually more. So, I didn't see the original design, if there was a design with Abrams. But this $12,800 quote would include 3 pickleball courts if we wanted them versus the 2. So we could change them, you can fit 3 courts. It's not needed, but it's something that they can show a rendering of, and if that's something the board wants to move forward with, we'll do that. This also includes a design. So like, it's gonna have an S in the middle, it's gonna say Sebago Rec on the sides. It just involves a lot more, it includes a lot more than just
Good.
shaving down the court and putting, shiny stuff on it. So it just includes a lot more, and it's obviously a little bit more affordable, and this company specifically does gym floors.
Sounds good.
So, I do have one other person coming in for a quote next week, that was the earliest they could do it. I don't foresee anyone beating a price like this, but.
That's a pretty low,
Yeah,
that's a good price.
and
And you said you
especially,
work with them.
I worked with them and, I know that they do Lake Region, so
Okay.
they're already in the area during the summer. Summer is their busiest time, so if we were gonna book
Do
with
it.
them,
Yeah.
I think we've gotta reach out sooner.
Sooner than later.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, and so I'm also working with New England Sports Floors on a cover. So in order to keep floors that are especially redone and older, you want to put a floor cover down when you have like tables and chairs for large events like the town meetings.
Smart.
Yep, and so I'm getting quotes on that as well.
That's great.
So I'm not sure the price of those, but from my experience, you literally just roll them out, you put tape and then they roll back in.
It's a great
Yeah,
idea.
and you can keep them on the stage in there, and it just helps upkeep with the floor, so you don't have to get it redone every 5
Yeah.
to 10 years.
No,
That makes sense.
So,
The,
any other comments?
I'm gonna need a motion and then we can discuss. So if someone wants to make a motion, if you guys are comfortable with the 2.
I'm comfortable.
I'm comfortable as she is.
I'm not.
I like the
We
fact,
have a third one coming.
I like,
We should probably see all 3 before we pull a trigger.
yeah, I can do that.
They're coming
Well,
June 25th.
let's make a, we'll take a vote to it.
We're
So
gonna-
we need a motion. Let's take a motion, that we're gonna vote on one of these 2 to do the job,
Or if we're gonna wait.
or if we're gonna wait till the 3rd. So, I mean, well, okay. So let's vote. Who is comfortable with the 2 quotes to make a motion this evening? Raise your hand. That's the only way I know how to do this, because I don't know any other way to do
No,
it.
that's appropriate.
Yeah,
I think with a third vote coming, and we'll have it this week,
we'll have it this,
How about we-
25th.
probably should
the
wait and get
25th of
that.
this month?
Yes.
Can we do,
Next week.
2 weeks.
can we do a vote stating that if the other company's hired, that we accept the lower bid
We can
and
do a conditional vote.
conditional vote?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, so I'll make a conditional vote that we go with, what is it?
New England Sports.
New
Floors.
England Sports Floor, as long as they are the lowest bid, so it doesn't hold up time, so we can get on the schedule to have it done.
Yes.
And if you could come back to us with what it would be for the mats to pull out, we could do that separately, if we want to go that way.
So is that your motion?
That's my motion.
Do we have a second
Discussion.
I'll second it for
Okay.
discussion.
discussion?
Lowest bid is not always the best bid. And this young lady seems to know these companies. We hired talent, we should use the talent that we hired and analyze all 3 bids. Just because it's a low bid does not mean it's the
Oh,
right.
I get that.
Well,
I'll be honest when I get the vote.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not-
yeah,
your
No,
answer is
I'm
not
just
in
saying,
question.
I do know the other company coming in. I just don't know
It's just
Well,
what the bid will be.
to preempt it before we get, and she knows the difference, I don't, I really don't. So I'm suggesting that we wait until we get 3, and just because it comes in lower,
No, I
doesn't
get
mean it's a good bid. I like what you were saying about
The add-ons.
covering the floors.
Yeah.
And then I'm not even aware of that possibility. But that said, there may be other possibilities that we're not aware of. Things keep changing in this world, so let's get 3 bids before we pull a trigger. That's 1 more week.
Yeah, and I think it should have been added that, looking at the quality and what they're offering.
Yes.
I think that's what you're looking at.
Get the best bang for your
Yeah.
buck. I think
And
she
is-
can make that decision.
So is the third company that you have waiting for the quote, are they reputable like New England Sports Floors?
I don't wanna talk down to another
Yeah.
company, but I think if I'm gonna speak highly of a company to do a sports floor, it would be Liquid Sports Floor. The
Okay,
other company, I'm not positive if they've done a floor like ours, and the other 2 have been here and walked it and know. I think the amount that he's willing to do, because he's doing Lake Region this summer, he's already here and he knows the area.
Piggyback and
Yeah.
the job, yeah.
So what you're thinking is Lake Region's where to go?
What, this
Well,
New
New
England
England.
floors?
New England, that's what I mean,
Yeah,
not Lake Region. Sorry.
would
Okay.
they hold a spot waiting on our?
Yeah.
So if we could schedule time with them and then if something changes with the next quote, okay.
when is the earliest that the board is looking to start this project?
Normally it gets done in the summertime.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that we can make sure we can go right into the sports without,
So this project, they said they could get it done in 2 days, and then
Yep.
normally there's like a week to 2 week hearing
To
time
cure.
or
Yeah.
completely done.
Yep.
Floor, so pickleball will have to take a pause.
well, that's, yeah.
But, so we're looking at like, at most 3 weeks for being shut down, and I'm gonna take that time to like clean.
How's our schedule look for the town office with upcoming events? Do we have?
The town meeting is the 23rd of June, I'm not sure when it is, or if there's one every month.
So if this quote is
Not town
coming
meeting, no,
back,
this is just, yeah, just
if this quote is coming back June 25th, our next meeting is July 9th, 7th.
Yeah.
July 7th. So that kind of would give us time to look at that quote and then discuss it on the 7th.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay, so the board is deciding that you want to wait for all 3?
Well, let's think about this a minute. There's another factor here. How far out are these guys booked?
Yeah,
That's what I'm worried about.
they're willing to work with us, but I think it's obviously the sooner we can tell them yes, the sooner that we can get on their
Get 'em
books.
started.
Yeah,
They're not worried about it taking long out of their schedule just because of the size of the gym. But I'm sure knowing this company, they do fill up
It's
fast.
gonna put it out of
well, I'd
commission.
like to explore how the current motion applies, okay? And if it applies the way I'm thinking, we could say, go ahead. And if the next bid is higher, then you can start right away with the negotiations or whatever you want to do.
Right,
I'd rather it was in your hands. You're the expert here, not us.
Yep.
And we need to use your expertise.
Yeah.
But I'd like you to be able to do that as soon as possible.
I
So
can
your
at
hands
least
ain't tied.
schedule him after July 9th. That way, if there needs to be a discussion, I can always say, we backed out of the deal, but it's past the time where you guys would meet again.
yeah.
You brought up a good
That
point
makes sense.
though. Does it, how are we financing this? Is it already
It
allocated?
should have been out, yeah. I believe we had it. It's not allocated? I thought it was pulled out of the,
CIP?
this was
Is there a
discussed.
CIP?
This was,
Pulled out of
this
CIP.
building, it would be under building maintenance.
That's a good point.
I ain't got a,
It's
well,
under,
do I? Yeah,
I don't know what that was.
no, this ain't the whole one.
over here.
Can you go to let her decide?
Trying.
Let me look at town hall. Building repair, we got year to, current, we still have, $3,921 there. And then next year it's gonna be, so we'll wanna, what we'll wanna do is we'll wanna roll that into next year's,
What about the, let's see, the Rick has an emergency, what's that thing called? Sorry, I'm a little off today.
The
The,
town building maintenance.
weren't we gonna
account-
use pickleball funds or something?
Was it,
Like
no, it was
funds or
the,
something?
it was a,
The town building maintenance account has in excess of 35,000 in it right now. If we can do this within that and not put off some other major thing that is critical, I might be in favor of that.
Yeah,
Um,
it's all in what we roll into next year
Yeah.
if we don't allocate it before this year.
yeah,
So like with town hall, which that's a town hall building, with what we have left in there, and if we put this other, I can't remember what we put in this year, I think they upped it actually.
Yeah,
So it's 9,300 that was last year that went in there, so you'd have the money there,
yeah,
it's 10 grand.
This is a year behind because it's last year,
Yeah,
so that number has to add the funding requested for last year, which would make it
so it looks about like,
about 42.5
Yeah.
after last year, and whatever's coming in this year.
yeah, so it looks like.
So you want to pull it out of what line item, Phil?
I'm sorry.
What was the line item again?
It's,
He's on general building
I'm on
maintenance.
CIP,
Oh, yeah,
and it's
right.
town buildings maintenance,
Oh, you have the,
number
okay,
P23.
P23.
Yeah. So it appears to me that there's probably enough money to do this if you use the rest of it judiciously.
It's our most popular.
Yeah, we could build this to offset it too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so to be clear, Scotty, you want to reword that a little bit
Oh,
or
boy.
to make sure that
Bill, you
we're all
got
on the
that
same
in your head?
page?
Okay. I would vote that the rec director is authorized to go with whatever quote that she thinks is the right one to go with, as long as she's satisfied and the New England sports floors looks great and you know their work. And I would like to know what the other one's quoting, but
Yep.
I want to compare apples and apples, not apples and oranges.
Yep.
And we will pull the money from CIP and we can take and roll over the money in the town hall building maintenance that's left. We got almost $4,000 sitting there that will go away July 1st. So we just got to remember to roll that into this year's.
And that needs to be forwarded tonight
Yeah,
toward that.
towards that.
Okay, do we have a second?
Need
For that big long one?
4,000 for anything this year that's left, anything you plan on?
Well, that's gonna run out July
It's gonna
1st.
run out.
Yeah, but that's still,
I'll second the new motion.
I think probably the floor is probably the biggest.
Yeah,
It's probably
Alright, so we
important
have-
not to spend it twice.
All right, so we have a second. All right, so all in favor? All opposed? Richard, are you not voting?
That's called an abstention.
abstaining?
Abstaining, okay, oh,
So
that's fine.
what item was that we need to forward?
P29,
P23.
sorry,
P23 with the CIP line item, but the town hall, it would
If
be,
it's CIP, we don't need to forward.
well, if it-
It's also not unusual in both our programs to use the floor, so
Yeah.
if there's some money left
The
in
town hall,
basketball or
that's-
football.
in
That's
building
also
repairs, it was 9,300.
There was another thing,
And they still
Oh,
have 30.
sorry, I don't know why I'm
What's the
spacing it.
line item?
It's
Like an
30,
emergency, it was called,
14,
It was called something.
was it,
30,
yeah, I don't know, there's something else.
yeah.
You got it.
21.
Not contingency.
Item 21.
Yeah.
Why I'm brain dead, it was like, wasn't it like
Building
25,000? Where it kind of did
And
the,
there's
Another bucket of money.
2021,
there was another thing that we
30.
put together, I don't know.
39, 21.
But I'll find out, I'll let you know. I apologize, I'm
So
just
it's
not.
within this
I don't
contractual
know if it was an
services.
article, but it was,
Yeah, then we gotta be careful.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Contractual.
I know what I'm thinking, I gotta find the email. All right, well, okay, so we're all set there.
It's-
We're gonna move on to Cumberland County GA program.
Okay.
You missed an item. You missed an item.
I missed an item?
Carry forward, forward
No.
budget, old business.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not feeling 100% tonight. Sorry, carrying forward budget items. We tabled that the last meeting, so tonight, hopefully the board's prepared to voice on what line items that we're gonna pull the monies in. So what I took last meeting was we discussed briefly roads, We discussed Sebago Cemetery, Associated Cemeteries, Small Cemeteries, Historical Society, rec. And those were the only ones that and then we stopped. So those were the line items that we discussed about, unless I'm missing something, I don't know if I am, but we stopped the discussion and we've tabled it. So are there any other line items that anyone else on the board? I know, Phil, you were pretty prepared with this, so I'll let you start.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
So
this
do you have
other
the
item
lines
straight.
and the numbers?
I got one that you can add to it, culverts. With the Public Works is 11,000.
Where is it?
We have to,
Is that under one?
I'm gonna inject a comment here.
Okay,
In the May 18th summary report that we get, we have the ability as a board to transfer one item to another to kind of balance the accounts.
Mhm.
The problem with assuming we can take anything out of Public Works is that Public Works Department accounts as of 5/28/26 are already in excess of 100% spent. So we shouldn't, as a practice, when a department is already burned out financially, take money out of it and assume we're gonna push the bill down the stream. We can't do that.
yeah, I get you. I see that.
So we don't get to fund these out of that account.
Yeah,
It looks like it's there.
yeah, but it's
not there.
overall,
It's not there in
I
total.
get it. Because you're at 101 in the
So
summer
that means
roads.
the floor item has to come out of CIP
Yep.
as opposed to that.
Yeah,
Is that correct? The money's there to do that. The 12A is, I don't see it as an issue. It's just where it comes from.
Phil, before we vote this stuff,
Yeah.
shouldn't we know where the money is coming from line by line?
We do.
Or shouldn't there be a sheet of paper so that you know, I know, Scott knows, everybody can just kind of look at it and say, okay, this is from here, this is.
Well,
We have-
we're having a discussion, and I would say instead of waiting 3 weeks, that we gotta make this.
well, we have to do it before town meeting anyways.
So we need to get this done tonight,
Yes,
but we probably should have it lined out, coming from here, this is how much it
We
is.
just did that.
Okay.
That's what we're doing
I heard
tonight.
you mumble it, but I didn't get a chance to write it down as fast as you mumbled it.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Well,
so what are you working off of? Are you working off of,
well, I'm working off two things, our expense summary,
yep,
to know that the overall Public
Yep.
Works account is maxed out.
right?
And when you take subsets of this, that doesn't give you the overall
Right.
like this does.
What are you looking at for overall?
Yeah, let me give you a copy of this.
I just want to
This
see
is a 610
what you're looking at.
expense, so.
Oh, okay, we got a better one, so. Just gonna go to
Oh, all
Public
right,
Works.
I don't have that.
You got it in your packet. Oh, it's in the manager's
Yeah, you-
report.
You probably have it in there, but.
In my
I'm gonna
packet?
It's
give you
in
the-
halfway through your
You
packet.
don't have
I'm
it?
gonna give you that one.
Is this what he's looking at?
620.
Public Works,
Oh.
was broken down to two numbers last season. One, the snow removal for 566, 595. We're not looking at that. We're looking at roads basically for the rest of Public Works, which is 568, 052, 06 total. I've already recommended as well that this year, even though the warrant item has two large numbers like that, like it did last year, I know a lot of people didn't like that. You're looking at two items for $500,000 each, and that doesn't tell you what's in Public Works. So I've asked to have a summary sheet created for those two large items that will be available at the front door desk when you go to the town meeting to break those two large numbers down. Now, on the account, we would have to take the floor out of, well, yeah, we're not doing that because it's already spent. That's at 103%, roads and snow removal. I don't know how we got here, but snow removal, we're at 101. So both major accounts that we're talking about are spent. So we go to the CIP item. Get the book back.
Yeah.
What is this one right here?
Summer roads is 100.44 spent, winter roads is 101.16, and the solid waste, the transfer station is at 100.
So I'm going to the back, the last year's town report, which is a year actually behind in funding, but we can add this up. And we're going to town buildings maintenance, which is item P23, which is 7 up from the bottom of the page. And we had 35,000 when we added last year's 7,400. So we're over 4,200, about 42.5 as of the end of this fiscal year. Plus we'll add to that again this year, but, so there's, that line item is P23, in the capital investment page, last page of last year's
Got it.
So
town report.
this actually puts a hurt locker on pushing forward paving. Because we approved 300,000 and we still have half of it left, but the money's gone.
Well, if these numbers are right, the money's gone.
Yeah.
And my question would be, where
Where?
did it go? But that's another whole matter I don't want to get into right now.
If the numbers.
Well,
are
wait,
right-
I could see why one of the numbers is wrong. Vehicle, right there, 218,000, that's the CIP line item for the truck that hasn't been carried over. So there's 200,000 more in there than,
For which truck?
the new truck that the town bought.
Okay.
There's the CIP,
So that.
that 999%, the last one here,
Yeah,
this is a truck.
okay.
So that we could carry the paving over out of that.
I'd want to look at the numbers
Yeah.
again before I commented on that again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get a detail, is this something that you or Patty could get for us and get us exact numbers to date? And we're probably gonna have to have an emergency meeting to just go over this, to get this clear before town meeting, so we have our ducks in a row. Because
Okay, well, what are you talking about for?
we gotta know what percentage that budget's spent without, like, the truck that's, the money from CIP has to be in there. So we gotta know what the figure was that they paid for the truck.
No, the bottom line here is we can take it out of CIP and have no debate at this point.
Yeah,
So I would
Okay.
recommend we get down that path.
okay, we can do it that way.
But we should get better now.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
we should, I agree, but I agree, CIP is.
So it's clear where.
Glad I
it's
saw
coming from.
that.
So the shuffle is off and we're gonna go to CIP and finance it.
Yeah,
That makes more sense than anything I've heard.
yeah, it does.
And this vote will be a vote to do that out of that account.
Oh,
Yeah.
So let's make
So
sure.
let's have a motion.
Well, let's, you guys are all over the damn place, so
All right.
I would like to know where the heck you are.
You want a new motion?
I think we need a new motion.
Okay.
So we're trying to finance the basketball field. Is that correct?
We already did that. We did that. Town
So-
building.
We're looking for the
23.
money.
Didn't we just say that?
CIP,
Well, but I think the
All
motion
right.
wasn't for CIP though, was it?
it was to take it.
We're rolling money over.
Yeah, so we need,
That's
to-
the discussion we're working on now.
Yeah,
So.
we need to
we
roll
need
it.
to say CIP.
It's a CIP.
Phil and I down here, not thinking that's the case. Ken, what do you got?
All right. That's
Did you get a vote on the floors? So she got a vote on the
Okay.
floors, so
All right. So
we
the
missed it.
floor is behind us.
The floor is behind us.
And we're out of CIP.
And it came out of CIP.
Good.
Yes.
I don't know if
All
that
right,
was in the
so
motion.
I'm sorry, now we've moved on.
That was
to a
not
whole
in the
different-
motion. CIP was, it was under,
CIP's portion was not in the motion.
Oh, actually,
just to-
well-
To make the decision on the.
I said to make a decision and we'll
Make a
pay for it from, I should have said CIP.
should have said CIP.
So then make a,
Is there anything here we want to fix before we move forward?
I'll amend it to say CIP. Got a second?
Second?
Yep,
All in favor?
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, clean.
It's
Clarified.
It's as clear
All right,
as mud.
clarification. All
clear
right,
as mud.
perfect. All right, so let's start what we are going to recommend rolling over. And I want to know where you guys are all looking, because you're all over the
We
place.
carry forwards.
Carry forwards, I want to
Okay.
know where they're coming from.
So,
What do you,
So this
Go on.
vehicle. So this
Oh,
is
you're
the
back.
Public Works Roads, summer roads.
Yeah.
And this vehicle, you see it's got budgeted for $17,000.
Right, with 218.
And they're 218.
Yeah.
So that's where the truck that was bought, never, the money from the escrow never got, from the CIP never got forwarded over, you know? So we're showing a negative there.
So Scott, where are you on vehicles?
Can you just say it out loud? What page are you on?
Page 5. So vehicles,
Five, yep.
it was budgeted for 17,000 and we're at 218,269.
So you're telling me that, oh,
That's the, so that's the truck that we bought, so we gotta figure out what.
So
the
that
truck
has to be
costs and
updated.
offset it. He might have been over
Yes.
something.
Did we buy the truck?
Yeah, we own it.
That's that little white truck?
No, no. That's a big.
That's another
It's a
truck.
wheeler,
What line are you at?
right there.
okay,
So
so,
vehicle,
We've spent 999% of that budget.
well, it's because the money that paid for the truck hasn't been moved from the CIP account to the budget, is what I'm saying.
You guys got a strange damn accounting system.
Yeah,
You ain't kidding.
it's getting me confused lately, and I'm usually good at
Okay,
this.
do we wanna get down through the carry forwards?
You?
Yeah.
Same thing?
So- so on page 5, okay, I just wanna make sure I'm understanding.
5.
Because the notes are gonna get thrown on me.
So it's 30,
11,
27,
30, 27,
11.
11 needs to be updated.
yes. It needs to be, the CIP needs to be rolled into it for whatever the cost of the vehicle we bought was.
2027.
Yeah, 22, 30, 27, 11.
30, 27, 11, okay. All right, so I got one.
There you go. All right.
It's actually,
All right.
it's actually 3002,
So
sorry.
We'll leave that
So
as,
we're
30.
carrying forward 17.
It's
All right.
3002,
So-
2711 is the
Okay,
full account that it needs to be carried forward from.
okay, so I got that one, so we have one,
all right.
so what's number 2?
Let's move over to small cemeteries.
Line, page.
It's page 7.
Okay,
Second from the top,
Yeah.
number 32.
yeah.
And I'm looking at the total expenditure here. Those numbers do not add up for me, but because I don't think they've applied for anything. So
No.
there's another correction needed, but the original amount allotted for the year was $2,000 even.
Yep,
Ann says we need to carry that forward, so I'm recommending that. And I'm
so,
gonna word the
That's
motion.
small cemeteries.
Why is that showing 999?
Don't know.
okay, so you're looking at 30, 32,
We're looking at actually 3027 overall, all items.
30, 27?
That's- Yeah,
Okay, maintenance you mean?
yeah, well, it's maintenance, landscaping, some maintenance.
Okay, so 2,000,
So I'm gonna word this because something could come in between now and the end of the fiscal year that changes this. And I'm gonna say, we need to forward the total amount up to $2,000.
Yeah.
And that way they don't lose any money out of their account.
Yeah.
They need it for projects they have ongoing.
No,
okay,
that's the same
from
with,
CIP, or
Yes.
no, no, we're holding
from-
that,
From the budget
the
breakdown,
budget.
expense summary report.
okay,
same with,
Yep.
Historical Society is the same thing, that's item number 38, just below that.
yep. So
And that
30,
tot-
38 or 30, 38?
And that portion of the motion would agree to
$5,700
move forward up to $6,600. I don't
Yep.
think they've spent any either.
Nope, they have not,
And they need that for their ongoing siding
Yep.
project.
yep,
That was the thing Grove was in here talking
Yeah.
about.
all right.
okay,
So we've already got paving resolved here. I have a question that I want to propose at this point on the next item down, which is category number 40, again, page 7, Sebago days.
yep,
I want to make sure somehow their money doesn't, what's left possibly in the account, doesn't get taken away from them
Yeah.
by the machine. So I would say Sebago days,
yeah,
I think it's overspent, but I don't know that. And I would say
They spent 10 this
It,
year.
it is, it will be over.
It's hard.
there was a reason because they got messed up with the last town manager.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've corrected that this week.
It's,
Okay,
Yeah, but
This
they've
is-
already spent.
do you have
Spent
an
their
accurate, do you have an accurate number?
We're up to, what, 10,000?
10,000's the number.
Is that for the
5,000
fireworks?
That was,
Just went
yeah,
out
we
in this
increased,
warrant.
Because we had talked about
we
doing
increased it.
20,000 or something like that this year.
yeah, we did up to
at one time.
10,000.
10,000 for fireworks.
Yeah.
Right, and that payment was made.
But this-
5,000 of it
Okay.
just went out in
So
this
we don't
warrant
need to
today.
worry about money in their account because they've already spent what's represented
They've already
here.
spent with,
Okay.
right, yes.
Then
Yeah,
that
they're all
doesn't need to be
set.
on the list. The other one that needs to be worded the same way, and it's an up to a total amount of 2 warrant items, which added up to $75,000 for the comp plan. And I don't wanna see them lose that money either.
Book and page.
It's actually in 2 places. It's on, warrant item 16 in the 23-24 warrant.
Yep.
That was for $25,000. And warrant item 24 on the 23-24 warrant
It doesn't,
for
what happened-
$50,000.
why is it not here?
What are they doing with that money, Phil?
Oh,
Well, warrant items like that come out of the undesignated fund.
So what are they doing with the money?
Well, they purchased a program for,
North
these are
Star.
very round numbers, for about 50,000 if I
That
recall.
was 50, yeah.
Which left 25 for mailings and shows and whatever else you might have to do.
Didn't we,
I-
isn't
They still
there,
haven't spent the money?
isn't there a line item for that, though?
it should be.
I don't think, I didn't find one.
I don't remember them being a
Not on the
actual line
expense
item.
summary.
No,
Is it in the,
I looked, I didn't see one, I could have missed it.
is it in the
I
report?
think it was a warrant article is what I think.
There's 2 warrant items,
Yeah.
that's what I just said.
Yeah,
Okay, so what would, I'm gonna just write it.
All right.
Warrant item what?
2 warrant items, number 16 in the 23-24 warrant set for $25,000. And warrant item in the same book for warrant item 24,
Yep,
for 50,000.
okay.
And they're both in that calendar year.
For the 23-24 calendar year?
Correct.
We talked about that.
Those are the warrant item numbers. Warrant items also default, as these accounts do, to the undesignated fund if it's
Right.
not used.
Correct.
so
So
did you do the paving line item?
I haven't got to that yet, but
Okay.
Paving,
you wanted to straighten out and get a real number for paving anyway, right?
Yeah. I want to have real numbers across this whole sheet.
Well, we all do. We all do.
I would like to see if we have real numbers, if we're able to, what's pertinent to be overturned is the paving and reconstruction.
Yep.
That 150,000, which would be 3002, 2505, 07, sorry.
Page, Scott.
What page?
It's page 5, and also I would like to see the 3002, 2503, which would be the culverts, the 11,000 that's left in culverts. Both them items would be pertinent to keep.
30,
02, 2503, and 3002, 2507.
oh,
So you're talking about
Mine's on
culverts
page
for
4.
22.
No, culverts is just, you look at this number here, Richard. So there's
3002.
11,000 left in that.
Where the hell is he seeing?
And down here, there's
It's 30, 25, 03 and 07.
Them two numbers.
3025.
Here.
Yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
under road supplies.
On another note for discussion,
I don't,
gentlemen,
hold on a sec. Just give me 1 minute. I'm not
It's
seeing
page
it.
5,
this turned into a
Yeah.
cluster, Phil.
30,
You think?
Oh,
Turned this
25.
into a
Yeah.
cluster.
I've never seen this such a cluster.
03 and
All right,
07.
so 03 and 07.
Yep.
I'm glad you guys tabled it 3 times.
And I have one more item with,
I'm done with the two that I thought for
All
that
right, you're all
department.
set?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead, Phil.
my last item is the trees on the tree line at the playground
Yep.
at the school. Now, it sounds like this is a school item, but the school lot ends at that fence. And the trees overhang that fence by about 30 feet in some areas. And the concern was, as it was voiced at our last meeting by the superintendent.
So,
And the biggest concern of that is the child's life, of course, but the secondary concern is, we've talked about it, we allotted about 40,000 out of a warrant item a year ago at this same kind of meeting.
I have some
The
funds that we could do.
superintendent went down there and, if it's public works, you don't. Well, you may.
Yes, I do.
That's to be determined.
Yeah,
So this would be a maximum again, and I've looked at the math. There were two small expenditures for under $5,000 total out of that warrant item when we made that call, and we said the balance would go to take care of those trees. We had 100% vote on this body to do that.
Yeah.
Town manager went down and said, I don't see the urgency, even though we tried to explain to him about the liability and so forth. So I'm saying we should reconsider that. It's still live at this moment from our action a year ago.
I would.
What's the warrant number, Phil?
The warrant number was number 22, because this is a year older. It's the year 22-23.
How much money are you talking about?
And
We're talking,
But is it warrant item number 22?
well, yes,
So it's warrant item number 22, and what was the year?
year
23, 24?
23.
That's still live?
Well, it is because we voted
we
to bring
voted
it forward.
to bring it forward to it.
Did we-
And they would like very much to get those trees away from the kids.
Did
And,
we,
oh, go
oh,
ahead.
no, did we say that Public Works was going to work on the ones?
Yeah,
that
but now there's a question on whether it's available at Public Works.
I got one other item that we could add that would help that cause if we don't have enough there. And it would be 3002 1313,
I saw that. That's
which
what I was
is,
wondering.
which is the 15,000, that account is one I started for roadside cutting of $15,000 a year. We hadn't been spending it the last several years, and this year it's half spent, so there's $7,429.99 still there. If
the category's open.
if we carry that, well, it's open. If you carry that over, we can use that too.
Okay,
So, well, whatever you can't use, I would suggest we use this balance.
Yep.
To remedy that problem.
I went
So
and
how
looked
much
at the
is that
tree.
balance?
I'm gonna recommend that we spend up to 35,000, which is 5,000 under the numbers are showing to be on the safe side,
So
to add to the tree.
are we saying that
Expense.
Public Works is doing it or we're hiring a contractor?
We'll have to bring that
Now, I
up
gotta
at the
be honest
time.
with you, I think it ought to be hired out.
It's something that the whole fence is gonna have to come down.
No, I understand.
And the trees are easily, you could take them down if you have the skill set.
Yep.
But, and then we'll have to have the fence redone, and usually like Gorham Fence is good at putting fences back up. But between them three places, I think we can afford to do this. I actually went down and walked it the other day. I was down there, and we do have a lot of hazard trees there that are just standing dead.
So,
And it would be a good idea.
so this
to
is a
take what
couple
we
of different
can.
places. Let's do two motions
Yeah.
to make it clear.
Yep.
is there anything else before we do
That's
get
it.
into?
There's some
That's all I
discussion.
have.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead, Richard.
So let's start at the top of this wish list, because that's what this is. This has all been thought through, budgeted and set aside. Now we're fooling with it. So for starters, we're gonna fool with the carry forward for a truck for 17,000. And what are we gonna use that money for?
Carry forward for a truck.
We already did it.
17,000.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about this one?
The
This is what
vehicles.
we're voting on, not letting this money go back into
Undesignated.
undesignated fund, which is where everything that doesn't get spent is supposed to go.
Right, but Richard, on that line item, we've already done it.
about this 17?
Yeah.
No, this is what was budgeted in that account. They
Okay.
took the truck out of it, which is
The line item's not updated.
That's not updated, so
Yeah.
we
Not
don't know
updated.
what's actually spent out of this.
So
line.
I'm just trying to understand what's going on.
I am too,
Let's
so,
just lay it all out. So then we've got small cemeteries that needs the $2,000 that they didn't spend. That's Ann Farley's thing, and she came here and said, look, we really need that money, don't take it away from us because we didn't get around to get the work done because you can't find anybody to work.
Yeah.
Not a hard thing to understand. Then Grove came in and said, $6,600 that you'd set aside for us. We haven't had a chance to spend it, but if you added that to the next year, then we'd have enough so that we could hire somebody. That makes all kinds of sense. Warrant number 16 and 50 from 23-24 was 2 years ago for $25,000 for a program that we obviously don't need because we haven't had it for 2 years.
Well, no.
This is Phil wants to set
Warrant
aside.
16 and 24, we're in the process of the comp plan now. We need to keep those monies because
So
we
as-
have to pay North Star.
Richard, can I answer this? So as a board,
We're
we
carrying
have
it over.
we have a thing that states that selectmen can carry forward whatever articles they feel needs to
I
be carried forward.
understand this, Scott.
Okay.
But the point I'm trying to make is this has already been carried forward. And we didn't use it a year ago and we didn't use it
Yeah,
this
we
year.
already, we hired
It's
North
because
Star,
we
we
were
gotta
in
pay them.
a pickle last year and we didn't have it done.
I'm suggesting to you, if you, for 2 years you didn't use it, maybe you don't need it.
We
need it.
hired them, we need to pay them.
We've already talked
If we've
about,
hired them and we've committed, then we need to pay them, that's cool.
we've
So then the
already,
trees, let's think about the trees.
we've already talked
So they
about
took down
this
the
as a
trees.
liability.
And they took down the fence, but they never put the fence back up.
That's,
But there's
This
more
is,
trees
this is the
to condemn.
school's fence and they're talking about, oh, the trees.
It's
But
town
they lost
property.
their kids.
Richard,
It's a
it's
town
town-
fence.
The trees.
Town property.
it's a town building, it's a town property.
I understand that, but it's also the town trees and they also have a nature path where they walk all these kids
Yes.
all the way down to the river. So are we going to strip the
No,
entire forest?
no, we're gonna take down hazard
We're gonna
trees
take
so they
down
don't
what?
fall on
I'm
kids' heads.
suggesting to you that this is tomfoolery. Put the fence back up, leave
It's
it
not-
alone.
it's
One
not.
kid got hit in the head by a branch off an oak tree 10 years ago, and it killed him. It's a sad thing. It happened, and then they cut all the trees and all the schoolyards all over the state of Maine.
Well,
You don't keep the town open for an open
we're
liability.
not looking to hurt
Stop.
And
anybody.
I walked
The
it
sky could
just,
fall.
I walked it just the other day and there is several dead, huge trees there that could kill a kid easily.
So this
So us knowing that as a board, we're doing the town an injustice by
They
not
could roll down
fixing
the
it.
hill,
All
Scott.
right, well, then why don't we do this?
It's a
Is there
town of
anything, Richard, I understand what you're fighting for, but
five. Sanity, I think it's called.
yes, but I just want to ask one question so that we're not here continuously going around in circles. Is there anything else that any other board member is gonna recommend
I have
before we get
nothing
into?
else.
Nothing.
I'm good.
You're good?
Thank you.
Sue, you good? Besides fighting these things, is there any additional, Richard?
You got anything, Richard?
Okay, all
I'm done.
right.
You,
Well,
Sue?
So
I'm good, thank you.
we're going to get, you're gonna have to vote for it. We have to vote for it.
Yep.
We can't fight about this all night.
No.
So I say we break down these two warrants. The carryovers for the warrants and then, carryovers for our current budget.
Yep.
So let's have two motions, please. And then we can discuss. You can discuss more. I'll let you speak, I
I'll
promise.
do the
But we
first
need to
motion.
get
Move it
moving.
as a block.
I'll do the.
Excuse me?
Let's move it as a block.
It's a what?
There's a block.
As a block.
He said move it all forward.
Do you want to do it? That's
They're gonna
fine.
pass.
Someone make a, motion, please.
Just make one motion.
So I don't know what the
Say that.
second, I'm gonna say the first part because he came up with the second part. I'm gonna have him add to the motion.
Okay.
So the first part of the
So,
motion,
Kim, make sure you got this.
the first part of the motion is to take from a prior warrant item approval up to $35,000, which was the previous warrant item we approved, to apply to part one of the tree problem. And part two is what, Scott?
To take from from budget summary number 30021313, 429.99, and carry it forward.
I'll second that.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that I understand that because I highlighted this and I'm giving this to John afterwards, so make sure that makes sense
Yes.
before we go any further. CIP roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's,
paving,
Yeah.
culverts, tree trim. Yep,
okay, and then Phil, so then I'm not,
and then, yeah.
gonna
she's
make
good.
sure, because I'm passing this to John, tree warrant number 22 from 23, 24, bring forward.
Yep,
And then
for 35,000.
And then warrant item 16 from 23, 24 for 25,000 and warrant number 24, 50,000.
I'm not sure what that is for trees.
This isn't, that isn't
That's not
trees,
trees.
this
Oh,
is comp.
This is
comp.
everything together.
We're putting it all together.
Okay, for comp, yeah.
Comp,
Yeah,
okay.
and then she had the paving, culverts and the rest of it.
Yeah, I got that.
My mind was already on trees.
That's all right. Get out of the trees.
So, yes, as you got listed there,
Yep,
the motion needs to read to approve that and carry it over
okay.
and go by your copy.
So just to re-outline this, we're carrying over warrant number 16 from book 23, 24 for 25,000 and warrant number 24 for 50,000 for the comp plan.
Yep. And-
We're also rolling over tree warrant number 22 from 22, 23 for 35,000. We're bringing that forward.
Yep.
And then we have Public Works 30, 13, 03, all right, let me go back. 30, 13 for tree trimming. 30, 03 for culverts. 30, 07 for paving and reconstruction.
Yep.
And then 30, 27, 11, the vehicle needs to be updated. That's an update.
Yeah,
Those numbers should all be up to whatever the number is.
Yep.
whatever it is
In
at the
case an
moment.
invoice comes in between now and the end of the
Yep.
year.
I'm not done.
Yep.
Then we have cemetery, small cemetery, so 30, 27, we're gonna carry forward on the maintenance for small cemeteries.
Yep.
30, 38, historical society, we'll be carrying over, 30, 38 for 6,600,
66, yeah.
yep. And that's all I have. All right,
That's how it's-
so we have the motion,
Second,
we have a second.
I can't second.
Are we gonna talk any more about this? Any further discussion? All in favor?
Thank you, folks.
Richard, you
Thank you.
kill me, man.
I think I
That's
aged.
good.
That's yours.
All the same.
I don't want it here.
We got one opposed.
One opposed.
This-
So 4 approved is a quorum. It passes. We carried over.
Thank you.
All right.
Wow.
Aren't you glad we did Jim Fuller's early? I know I am now.
My head's gonna explode, by the way.
All right, we're moving on to D, Cumberland County GA program. So just to kind of circle back on that, we had a discussion, myself and Sue attended a GP Pod meeting. We met with Cumberland County about discussion about working with the GA program. We had a second meeting, which was maybe a week ago. I was not on that meeting. Sue was on that meeting. So we are now bringing forward to discuss if we are going to consider hiring Cumberland County to do our GA program. It's a yearly contract.
I have a point of order to make here.
You have a what?
Point of order to make.
Okay,
That's, I think, important to object at this point, although it's an interruption, I apologize. This is regarding an employee of this town, and we're talking about doing away with that person's position. I think that employee has to be present for us to have a conversation about that in accordance with our personnel rules.
Is that an
It's a stipend.
appointed, is that an appointed position?
it's an appointed position, it's a stipend.
He's an employee,
Is it
is he
an,
not?
is it an
He is.
appointed
He's an
position?
employee.
So I would suggest we postpone this until he's present.
Can I just ask, is it appointed or is he hired as a town of Sebago employee?
I don't know,
I
did you
think
guys
he's a-
appoint him or, even if he's appointed?
Well, he's been in the position for a long
I
time.
understand, but we reappoint people at certain
Still an
times every
employee.
year.
Yeah,
I
I'm not saying you
understand
can't
that,
do
but
what
if
you're
we
doing,
reappoint-
but just, he is an employee, is all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I have no problem with him coming to these
I don't have a
discussions.
problem with
I
it
just
either.
want it clear that is he appointed or is he?
I was on the impression he was.
He's an appointed employee,
He's an
Thank you.
appointed
but he
employee.
is, we could meet with him, I guess. And,
Okay.
When do we normally reappoint the positions?
Further discussion.
July.
The fiscal,
first of the year.
first of the, like,
So then
July.
next month, we would have reappointed him if we chose to, but if we chose not to, then we would not.
Further discussion.
So
So
can I ask one more question?
I,
So if we chose not to reappoint him in July, then it would not, he would no longer be, I mean, it's an appointed position.
I think what we should do is July, our first meeting, have him, invite him, and then we can have this discussion and go from there, and just to be fair. But
Okay,
we can discuss it and do what we want then, but
Or I think it should be on here the same way, and if you'd like to come to discuss, then that's fine.
yeah.
So just carry over that agenda item.
all right, so,
Further
we'll carry,
discussion.
well, we're gonna carry it over.
Well,
So this
Richard
is
wants to
more
say
important than
something.
that, Carolyn.
Okay,
So this is a panel of 5 people.
correct.
You and Sue have been out and looked at this thing. The rest of us haven't looked at this thing. This is a policy change for the town of Sebago. That's not something that you as the chair have the right to do.
I'm not saying I'm doing it. I brought the information. The information was given to the board several times. Again, I am not accountable for you not reading the
We
materials,
don't
Richard.
know if it's gonna cost 5,000 or 7,000 or.
We
there's
have
been no
had this
presentation
discussion.
made.
We've had this discussion, Richard.
We did,
We
and
gave
it was
you a
very
range.
vague.
We did. We explained in the last meeting that there were several laws continuously changing.
I have to deal with them, I know.
Okay, it's not personal, so don't take this personal. We're looking at trying to save the town money. We've had 2 meetings, the town manager's been involved. There's been nothing done on the slide. The town is we have an excessive GA, dollar amount going on right now. Even
I'm-
they're shocked. So we're bringing it to the town and we're trying to save the town money. I never thought I'd be hand slapped for that.
Carolyn,
We brought this information to you several times. I am not gonna have this argument tonight.
this is not an argument. This is, they need to make a presentation to the whole board, not just
We've
you.
given you, it is a contract, it
you,
is detailed,
Them.
it's a detailed contract. There's
Then they can
nothing,
come in and
they
explain
can't
it.
come in,
John, did you look it over
they
and were you
can't come in and
satisfied?
discuss. The
They-
I
specific
was
detail,
at the first meeting, oh, sorry.
that's okay.
Were you satisfied?
Yeah, at the first meeting, I didn't attend the next one.
Okay.
The girl, I can't think of her
Paige.
name. Paige, thank you. She will come in and do an overview. She said it's
Perfect.
not something towns normally ask for,
Why,
but she will come in.
why don't we do that the first meeting in July, invite Barry, and we'll have a field day.
That will
Well,
be
the
so
thing-
much fun.
The thing to do would be have them both here.
That's what I said.
Fine,
No, it is what
why
you
not?
said.
Let's have fireworks on July seventh.
Well,
Let's table this to July 7th. We'll invite Cumberland County in and we'll invite Barry Jordan to attend,
Thank you.
Thank you
okay?
very much.
Let's move on. Part-time CEO contract, I'm assuming this is back up on the table because you had to meet with our previous CEO because we have some lawyer.
Yes, and we
Did she
agreed.
accept it?
She did. And that's
Okay,
probably all we should say about it, that she did
Yep,
accept it.
okay.
Did you sign off on it?
Did you sign
Yes.
off? Okay,
Perfect.
all right.
What are we
Okay.
talking about?
The part-time contract with Christina.
Oh, okay.
On to town insurance proposal.
Oh, boy.
John, I'm gonna let you speak.
Well, I met with this Phil Allen back over a couple of months now, and we went over the policies, and I think I outlined some of that at the last meeting. And everything, well, the premium is only going up 1%. If we want to stick with it, and some towns are getting 20% increases, so that's the good part of it.
Sounds good.
The other part is when we talked about maybe filing a claim for some of these legal deals, which is something that we could do, but our premiums would probably triple, double at least. So that was something we had discussed, not at great length. Did we want to file a claim or some of these things just
Well, first of all, we have to re-up, right?
Yes, yeah, that's July
So we're gonna have
1st,
to, so we should just make a
Sign a
motion.
contract.
Yeah, sign the contract. re-up,
Before we
and
do
then-
anything.
Before we do anything, let's sign the contract.
Find out what's in it later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And I like the increase part of everything's going up, so that's most reasonable. So do we have a motion?
I make a motion that we sign the contract with the insurance at 1%, is it, you said?
Yeah.
There you go.
Do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor? That makes sense. Thank you. All right, John, you're good for that. New business. I wish Letitia was here, too, to say this as well. So I'm probably gonna say it again twice, but I definitely want to thank the staff for everything that they've done in the election. So I'm definitely gonna say it again when she's also in the building as well, so definitely want to make sure everyone. Also, want to congratulate Kurt Christensen and Scott Douglas for starting off another round of select board.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
So I appreciate that. Reports, town manager, do you want to jump in?
Sure.
Update on, oh, that's what you took off.
Yeah,
We took that off.
Okay,
Yeah.
and the first thing, we got a bond for the public safety building for $1.3 million.
Yes.
They keep sending me a form to fill out. They say they, the Maine municipal bond bank. And there's nobody other than, they know the 1.3 million, but nobody else, they gotta know what the materials were. You know, there's 8 or 10 things on this form they have to know. And I've checked with everybody and nobody seemed to know where that information is.
Great Falls have that?
What's that?
What is it, a material list of what they put into the?
That and a lot of other things too.
Great Falls was the one that did the building, right?
We ought to be able to get a copy of
There should
the
be a
contract
huge
price.
file this town should have
Yeah,
about this.
Sure, sure.
there should be.
There's gotta be somewhere, but nobody's come up
It was
with it yet.
under, it was under Bradley,
Bradley.
the interim town manager, and there should be a file back at him.
But short of that, if you call Great Falls, I'm sure they can send you a copy of the contract.
Yeah,
Was it,
Great Falls
Great
Market
Great Falls.
okay,
Great Falls Construction.
Construction, sorry. Market.
okay.
What do you sell in Spalding?
And I sent you a copy of, the work that the Maine Department of Transportation is gonna be doing on the Convene Road. You guys all see that?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, so,
And you know
I'll
that,
give it to you
Bill,
tomorrow
right?
if you guys wanna see it. But
I
it
can
just
see it.
outlines what their,
It's pertinent to you.
what roads they're gonna block off, and there's other ways that you can go, but they're not gonna sign off on it.
The bottom of Robinson Hill and Robinson Hill and Convene, it's
Yes,
gonna
I've been
be
in contact with the gentleman that's gonna be doing it. It's probably be closed for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
Replacing the
box.
box culvert at the bottom of Robinson Hill Road,
Right.
as well as the culvert, quarter mile up, I
The
think.
one that had the big hole in
Yeah,
it.
and so that, both of those sections are gonna be closed for about 2 weeks, so the roundabout route obviously is on a state road.
Must be,
down
state,
Route 11 up 113 and back Convene.
I wonder if,
Until you can get to the, until you get to the
they
road.
must be having it contracted out, the state must not be doing it themselves.
No, and when I talked to him last time, the contract was just going out, so
Okay,
he's gonna keep me in the loop when they're doing the work, because obviously.
I was hoping that it would be contracted out, because it could
Well, we have
be,
to replace the hydrant that they're gonna be.
Yeah. and do we have the stuff to do that?
Yes.
Good.
Perfect.
Ready? I wanna congratulate Paul Arsenal, comes retiring, that would be effective July 4th. And I know he had 25, 30 years with Public Works, I think it was Scotty,
He's worked with Sebago for probably 5, 6 years, but he worked for Standish for
Okay.
27 years.
but anyway, he's done July 4th.
Okay. Kim, as a point of order, can we send him a thank you and congratulations?
We can.
Yep.
And we have already been over the gym floors.
Friday.
Fred 48 been filling in as Public Works Director. I think he's got a report he wants to go over with you tonight.
Do you all have a copy?
They're in, you want a copy, I can go over the office.
I wrote one
Oh.
I can read it, I thought you all.
Just, no, read it. Read
Yeah,
it, fine,
read
and
it.
then we can make copies later.
I think this, any place special I'm supposed to stand?
Right there is
Right
perfect.
there.
I did this kind of like a state of the union address, just so you know where everything is, okay? Sebago Public Works currently have a full-time crew of 3 employees, 2 per diem in the highway department and 4 part-time at the transfer station. I've currently moved up to a temporary full-time position, a leadership position. 1 full-time highway department employee retiring in July, that'll need to be filled. We are gonna have a little going with that. Equipment wise, we have the following equipment, 2 each 10-wheel dump trucks, of which are in real good condition. 1 each 6-wheel, 7-yard dump truck, which is at the end of its 10-year cycle. It's getting crusty. Its condition is considered fair at this time, but it's presently in service because we need it.
Yeah.
1 each 6-wheel, 4-yard dump truck. It's currently out of service with an inoperable transmission, and we are currently in contact with vendors. We have called 3 places. I have one bid right now, that was from Row Ford, and we're waiting to hear from Portland Transmission and the individual over in
Sparkles.
over in
Standish?
Leamington,
Oh,
of which they haven't contacted us back yet. So we're waiting for that. I do have, you got a copy of an email too, didn't you? Came in today. I have a copy of the
It was in our emails. It was
from
11,000.
Ford. Yeah, no, it's just under 11.
Yeah.
Okay, there's that. 1 each 4-wheel utility truck, however, it's very high mileage, but we're using it and we're constantly having to repair. 1 each roll-off truck used at the transfer station. It's serviceable this time, but it has 430,000 miles and 25,000 hours on it. That's high. Okay, we use it for local, and goes as far as Bridgeton, Naples once in a while, over Leamington. But if we were gonna put that into another type of service and haul our own product, we've got to invest in something much different.
Yeah.
That is, okay. 1 each 2-yard loader, good condition. 1 each 911 cat excavator, high hours, but in good serviceable condition, which we're using it today if you've seen it out on the road. 1 Komatsu road grader in good condition, and 1 John Deere 410 backhoe in good serviceable condition. Is at the transfer station right now. You see it. We have 10 structures of which are responsible for maintenance, believe it or not. Town office, town hall, municipal garage, salt shed, storage shed, old salt shed. 2 small storage shed, municipal garage, transfer station, universal waste building, the MSR and the single stream recycling compact building and storage building at Douglas Mountain Parking Area. We're responsible for all of them stuff. Yes.
you've been a busy boy.
The building list does not include returnable bottle sheds, things like that. Starting on, last Monday, we regraded Peabody Pond Road, Folly Road. We'll finish up Pickett Mountain Road tomorrow morning. The rain drove us out.
Yeah.
And parts of Anderson Road. They're getting a little boxed up again. We'll work on that. Okay, and you've noticed we started Monday on Dyke Mountain Road, ditching, clearing culverts, putting some runoffs back in there.
Good.
Just, this is just not preparing it for anything like
What it needs.
asphalt or something. But I think when we get done, we could asphalt up as far as Douglas when we get done with this. Be about 3 more days. So that's where we stay. I've asked for a meeting for the road committee. I talked with 2 of the members on the committee, and I guess you're gonna call a meeting.
Yes.
Because let's face it, one person making all the decisions on roads in this town. Okay, that's not a good thing. It needs to be done by committee. And we also need to set up a 5-year plan.
Yes.
Okay, and I've talked to a couple of you about that, so hopefully that'll get together. Excuse me. The Sebago Transfer Station is meeting its Maine Department of Environmental Protection mandated role, but improvements need to be done there. We all know that. I was gonna interject, I'd like to save some of the money on that budget, put it in next year, but too late. Don't worry about that next year. That ship sailed, okay?
Should have started jumping up and down in the back.
And I'm currently cross-training all employees for the transfer station. The newest employee was very, very promising.
Yep.
In a lot of areas, we're cross-training them. My feelings is every member, and you were the same way a few years back, every member there who works for the public works should be able to work for the transfer station and vice versa.
Yeah.
We gotta change our whole way of thinking about that.
That's
We
very,
can sit down and talk about that in the future. Respectfully submitted to me.
that's
So
excellent.
did you
Thank you.
get copies?
We'll get some.
We'll get some.
I've got them copied.
Just, yeah.
Well, I'm kind of standing before you, kind of like Mark Twain did. That I'm here to, to report that the demise of the public works is highly exaggerated. We are here, we are effective, and we're moving forward. We're not looking behind. Any questions?
No, thank
No,
you very
thank you
much.
for all your hard work
That was
and stepping
excellent.
up, Fred.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Fred.
Stepping up. I don't know what we'd be doing without you, but appreciate it.
It's the best public works report I've ever heard.
I know, that was a great report. Thank you, Fred. Really appreciate that.
I ran a small town for 15 years.
That was awesome.
It was a small town within a town, so.
That was awesome. Yep, yep.
I talked to Terry Welch.
Yeah, I was wondering if we should, put that on our next meeting under committees.
Well, we can, I just want to let you know that I received another email since the one I talked about here, and she is interested in, I think we're gonna get that started in a hurry.
All right, well,
What's that?
She's interested in,
To be in chair.
Staying on as chair. all right, well, we'll just,
What? What was that?
Terry Welch staying on as chair of the safety committee.
And she's waiting to hear back from some Mary Matthews on the bylaws, whether or not they're meet state standard or whatever. And
Yeah,
that's been 2 months or so, since she hasn't heard nothing from her.
Okay,
And just one more thing, a guy sent me an email, John Murray, I think his name is, and he said we missed something on the town report in the book. And it was under the nuisance ordinance, and it says the thing about you will have so many times before you get penalized.
So many
Right.
But
offenses.
it doesn't say a number. Okay, just a,
I didn't print it.
I was just wondering,
well.
no, but we'll change that. I
We
mean,
can read that and change it from the
and we can
floor.
amend it.
Yeah, we can.
It can be
amend
amended from the
But it was a
floor.
good catch, because no,
Yeah.
I didn't
that's-
catch it.
I
Bring the
didn't
right
catch it.
number.
We talked.
You know,
Okay, and now
what's the
we
right
can
number,
start-
Phil?
I know.
We can start using credit cards at the transfer station. I got another call.
I have no idea where that's at.
Okay.
That was kind
You
of,
worked on any of that,
Fred,
Fred?
I interject?
yeah, please.
That's on my agenda to start on next week,
Okay,
is first thing we can do is we gotta establish the internet connection there. And then simultaneously, we'll work on the credit card.
okay.
I promise I'll have something for you next week.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you very much.
That's it.
That's all of it?
Yeah.
Okay. We do have department heads. Is there any department heads here?
Yeah, your front row Steve's here. As far as the nuisance number, that was discussed so many times, I don't know why it got missed in the town meeting. It was on the ordinances, it was after the third one, so basically the fourth one, you get a bill. That's how it was written up, that's how the ordinance stated it, so I don't know where that got mixed.
Could have been a typo too.
As you guys noticed, we had zebra striping come in, so station 1 and station 2 are now striped with no parking and designated parking spaces. So hopefully down the road, that'll help clear things up, especially when the town goes to pave or do something with the parking lot that they can match said parking spaces, so it's not a free-for-all during activities,
Mm-hmm.
because it is. The other thing is, the chronic box down at Station 2, you noticed Alan spent some time down there putting in the gravel pad for us, so that'll be showing up the 24th. For additional storage down at Station 2, so
Yeah.
that's about it. Any questions or comments, concerns?
Is the area of the Connex box going, is that gonna be a paved area eventually?
Maybe down the road.
I was just curious.
It was prepped for a future, if we need to, but
Okay,
obviously it's, it never got compacted, it was just compacted with the excavator.
yeah,
It is prepped for down the road, so that it could
Yep.
be additional material put onto it. and done with, so.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, I have an answer probably.
We moved out of, the station on 114.
Just about, we've got totes and that's why we needed the Connex box in the bed, so we finished moving the rest of the stuff we've been there for 70 plus years. The building was built in 1950. We moved out in 2024, so it's,
A lot of stuff.
yeah. A lot of nooks and crannies in there and we made some work, got stuffed in there. Well,
I recommend we keep the couch that me and Alan got squeezed in
No.
upstairs, up there.
you had a caution, boss?
We're all good.
Okay with me.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
We just, Phil, I'm gonna give James a call tomorrow about those heat pumps.
Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to bring up.
Oh, yeah.
When you guys talk about carryover, there's not a lot left in the EMS building budget account, but it was brought up a couple of years ago, had some traction, then lost traction. But we need heat pumps in the rescue bay. That bay where the truck sits, as well as where the medical supplies sit. During the day, it can be well over 90 degrees on a hot summer day, and we need to keep that area cooler than 90 degrees. I talked to John about this a week or two ago. He still looked to see what Dave World initially had set up for a quote. But I would like the board's permission that once we get it, that we move forward, because that's an essential
It's to keep your drugs safe.
The meds, well, there's meds, there's equipment that are very sensitive to temperature fluctuations, and if the summer's getting a lot more, we need to keep that in a more controlled environment, so. I'd like the board's permission that once we get the updated quote, that we just
You wanna give him a
go ahead
motion?
and get that dealt with.
No, whatever.
So we're not throwing away thousands of dollars worth of drugs.
And where are you pulling that from?
It could probably pull, well, depending on what the quote comes back at, either build maintenance, or I know that we do have a line item in the article for town work for emergency expenditures.
Emergencies, yeah.
This would be considered something like that.
All right.
Maybe you
Board
could
have a
put something
motion?
on the snack shack.
Well,
I'll make a motion that comes out of the building maintenance account.
That's, we need it, and
Okay.
just for a side note, we also need it designed for commercial usage, not, the homeowner special. This is, it's a commercial build basically, so it needs to be designed that way. Thank you.
Okay, so Phil, why not just make a motion, please?
Yeah, I'll repeat the motion that we take the funds for that adjustment and heat pumps out of the building maintenance account.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
do we want to see what the code is? I mean, we need it.
It's essential.
Yeah, and it's
No,
we,
I get
on the
it.
heat
I
pumps,
get
they
it.
can
It
get a
was a-
municipal for it.
I get it.
Okay.
It was just a question.
No, okay.
So the answer is no. Okay, go ahead.
Did you vote? I didn't see you raise your hand. I'm sorry.
I had a question,
I know you did. I'm sorry.
so I
We
didn't vote
skipped the
yes.
discussion.
We skipped the
I
discussion.
know you did, but I had a question. So that was my question. So no, I didn't vote because I had a question.
Would you like to vote?
Did you want to take the vote?
Well, we kind of did take the vote.
Well,
Well, everyone put their
even if
hand
I-
up. and
Even
then-
if I didn't vote, it was approved, so.
Okay, sorry. Select board, Richard, do you have anything this evening?
I'm all good.
Phil?
I have a few things. I was gonna say nothing, but there are a few things. On the heat pump issue that just came up.
Yep.
I suggest that they buy a maintenance package with that. Sometimes there's a deal on those. If you buy it at the same time you buy the unit. The example is for $30,000, we're able to do 10 heat pumps. The 6 on this building have like an 8-year package of service that we bought at that time. The other 4, 2 down here, 1 at your meeting room, and 1 at Public Works, do not have those maintenance contracts. That's just a clarification. And if they haven't been serviced, you should probably be calling them. So that's that. And this is kind of an exit group of comments. I'll be quick. I think this town should consider the transfer station as a separate department going forward at some point. I don't know if that point is now, and somebody that's involved with that and gonna be here longer than I am, can take a look at that. Other things that we should be doing is we have a camera system here and a readout in the manager's office. I would suggest cameras at Public Works, at the beach, and at the transfer station, be added to cameras. I think at the beach, it's a huge safety item. And I don't know how that would be fed because there's no power there at the moment, but
I
maybe
think
there needs to be.
that's on the
Yeah,
list
yeah.
of tasks the beach committee is looking at. Yeah.
But in general, that minimal upgrade for cost would add a huge safety factor. I would like to also, I stepped off the road committee because there were 3 select board people on that committee. I think only one has showed up. So it's one meeting I think you had, or 2 meetings. I would like to be placed back on that committee when I resign, as effective at the end of this month.
Sounds good.
And my last statement is thank you to everybody who I've had the privilege of servicing. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Scott?
I had mentioned this to you the other day with the emergency door out here, the push button.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I had to make sure that's working.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to thank Bill for his service for all these years.
Sue?
It was easy.
No, I also wanted
True
to,
politician.
Hey, we've been on this board too. We know you're full of shit. Sorry.
Fair.
I also wanted to thank you, Phil. You put a long, hard
Thank you.
road in, so appreciate it.
8 years on the planning board, 12 years.
I know, that's half a
Been a
lifetime.
privilege.
Yeah. My other item is somebody had mentioned Dana, is it Dana Batchelder that does the mowing?
Yep.
And his contract is up. Has that been renewed or?
We will, matter of fact, I met with him today and he wants, or I want, him and I and Fred to sit down and
Yeah.
and see what, if we can do anything. I don't think he wants to do it,
Yeah.
but his reasons for it, maybe they can be rectified.
Okay,
So, but yeah, it is up at the end of the month.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that there were eyes on that.
Yep.
That's it for me.
I have just a couple things. We did sign the contract with Civic Plus, so we are back in with our current supplier for our website, and that'll be getting updated, so I look forward to that. So, you know, department heads, you got ideas, work with the office on that, definitely. Who is handling the sign down by the school? Is that you? Can we advertise the town meeting?
Yes, so I did today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't been out, so.
No, it's updated. I did it this
Sweet.
morning.
Thank
I saw you do it.
Yeah, I was struggling a little bit.
Thank you. And again, I want to thank Phil
I just
for,
like rapping to you.
Phil, I want to thank you for everything. I know you and I have grown to work very well together, so I appreciate everything and all the advice you've given me. Thank you, and I welcome our new hires, so I appreciate that.
Still available.
Don't worry, I might use you. We're gonna roll over to the public. This is an opportunity for the members of the public to comment on non-agenda items and contribute information that may be interest of the select board. Please wait to be recognized, identify yourself before speaking. This is not a time to register complaints. Matters related to personnel or boards will not be heard or discussed. Oh, oh my, you're last, dude. Karen, you're first.
Karen Wiles, I was wondering where the money for the septic design is going to come from. Discussed way earlier, but
Probably gonna have to pull it out of CIP.
We'll pull it out of an emergency.
We're gonna have to
fund.
pull it out of emergency.
And is there a cap on that? We put caps on pretty much all your other motions.
All of a soil scientist, it's not a huge expense, but
It's, yeah.
it's an
we're-
expense.
Unfortunately,
But the
we're-
design part will be, they'll drop it. You know more about it.
About $1,000.
Yeah.
For a septic.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Annette Thomas, I just want to, from the public, and I'm sure everyone would join me, thank Phil for your, 12 years of service?
12 years here, 8 on the planning board before.
So 20 years of service to the town, and I wanted to give him some applause from us.
Phil?
Yeah, just as, I'm just Phil, the general public person. Put my other hat on. Just two things. One, when you talk about the sign, it'd be nice to see the town kind of look into investing in an LED sign. I think it's way overdue,
Yes,
especially with the rec
yes.
department. It's, what's down there is antiquated, to say the least. It's been years. The last time it was updated was, I think, for a dinner in the beginning of May.
Yeah.
Have an LED sign and having department heads have access to it, you get the information out there instantly. The town would have access to put stuff out there, and it's time to come into the 21st century.
And you can get a lot more out there because it will scroll through and you can do it with your keyboard.
The second thing, when you guys were going through the budget stuff, it's very concerning that you guys don't have true numbers. And it's, we have I'm trying to be nice about this, but when stuff's not moved from proper accounts and it's pulled from other accounts and it throws the whole numbers off, like you guys mentioned the truck. It should have been pulled from CIP immediately. Why it got pulled from Public Works and not replaced? I mean, I'm a self-employed person, I do my own accounting. I would kick myself in the rear if I didn't have my numbers right. And you guys were voting on stuff that you don't have true numbers for. And that's scary. And I think it needs to be addressed, seriously.
Agreed.
Because,
I don't disagree with you.
yeah, so I think,
It's been voiced. It's been voiced in the office.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
We're gonna get a handle on it.
Yeah.
that's all I have. Thank you.
John Kellery's, thank you, Phil. Yes, he did. I mean, you're gonna hear it about a million times, so get used to it. He said exactly what I was gonna say. As a citizen, very concerned that you guys were in chaos.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out numbers that you need to make decisions on. You shouldn't have to, as a board, figure out the number to make the decision.
Yeah.
You gotta put some emphasis on getting the accounting done correctly. I mean, sitting out here, guys, I'm telling you, we were, I know I won't speak for anyone, but I was like, wow.
I was pretty flustered.
It's frustrating, especially when something's not being caught. I
Yep.
don't blame you.
Like a giant show.
Yeah, I'm good.
Andrew Plummer, I came here specifically tonight to hear about update on legal issues. Very disappointed it's not being discussed. Town meetings next week, people need to know what's going on with this town, and it's a shame you're gonna make me ask it there.
Well, hopefully we can.
People
answer
need
you
to know,
that.
this town spent a tremendous amount, they spent over their budget in attorney's fees this year, and it needs to be transparent. I'm not barking, I'm just saying.
Listen, I tried to get it on the agenda, but I took it off because we don't have an update.
That and, what's going on with Stickney? That was supposed to be on a warrant item.
Yes, it was.
When's that happening?
Where we had a meeting this week, the town manager, the new CEO, there is a plan. But
Okay,
we
well,
have
just,
to.
every time I come to this room in front of you folks, that question will be asked until it is done.
I brought the new CEO over today to show him the road.
It's being worked on.
It's being worked
Tell
on.
them how many years it's been?
Yes, he's aware.
Okay.
And we've been corresponding with the property owners as well, so
Yeah, I know,
we might have to do a special town meeting, but
but just get
we
it
might
done.
have to. Oh, we're working on it, trust
Forward
me.
motion,
Yeah.
another year, please.
Anyone else? Claudia?
Easy one, just watching you guys have to sit here for long hours waiting for things are done. Have you ever thought of moving the report from town officials higher up the list so they could leave if they wanted to?
I've suggested several things with the agenda, and I still get the same agenda, so I'm just gonna speak for myself, because there's things that I'm catching, and it needs to be addressed, so. Once, we communicate, but everything a lot of things have been happening, so. We're hopefully, when we start off in July with some updates, trust me, it's.
Leveling out, hopefully.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I have
That's
one more
okay.
thing I wanted to ask. Is there a reason that we can't, it's too late for this year, obviously, that we can't have the town meeting on a Saturday? Scott and I discussed this when we were standing outside. I think it's ludicrous. It was moved to Tuesday.
Yeah.
Saturday, people can attend, people can find babysitters, people haven't just gone to work all day as you have. It's crazy that we don't have the town meeting on a Saturday.
I'll speak to
Majority
that.
of our town could attend.
I grew up in the town and we had a town meeting Saturday, halfway through the day, auxiliary put on a nice bean and hot dog lunch with pies made from, it was great. And there was time to discuss stuff. It was changed back with
We should bring that
Michelle.
up. I've
Michelle.
always known it during the week, out of all the years I've been here, so.
I've been here 33 years.
Yeah.
That meeting got smaller and smaller.
Right.
I get it.
That's right.
There were less than 30 people. that
That's
were
right.
things,
Yeah.
Including the people on the stage.
Oh, I get it.
That's right.
That's why it got changed.
I know it got changed.
Yeah.
And that is why. And we actually, without the quarry happening, because that hadn't happened yet, we like doubled the participation from 30 to 60. It's still pretty pathetic for 2,000 people, but it seemed to be the right thing to go, and it was a decision made to try it. Maybe it's time to be back.
Time
I
to
say you
change
can
it
try
back.
anything that works.
Do a survey. Why not, right?
Yeah, we could do a survey
Yeah, maybe at the town meeting, maybe
or
put a
do a
survey out.
question as on the next election to a bond, not a bond, what do you call them things?
November election, we'll have, I mean, maybe it could be added
Yeah, maybe we
somehow.
add.
Yeah, you could, what do they call that?
Fine. Yeah, why not?
A question.
I'm not opposed to that.
It's basically a survey, but there's a word that I'm looking for, but I can't
Yeah,
figure it out.
survey.
Survey says,
Want to do it at the town meeting, have a bar
yeah,
Yeah.
would you do that?
Yeah.
for those that show up.
Yeah,
I mean, those that show up on Tuesday,
Yeah,
and people
exactly.
who can show up on Tuesday.
All right. Anyone else in the
No matter what
public?
you do, it's a problem.
No?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second
We
it.
have a second. All in favor of adjourning? We adjourn at 8:13.